Hello and welcome to another Grammar Bites. In this video we are looking at non-defining relative clauses. Let's have a look at an example. Cappadocia, which is near Kayseri, is one of the most famous places in Turkey. Our non-defining relative clause is here in red. Non-defining relative clauses come immediately after the thing, person or place they describe. Here, our relative clause gives more information about Cappadocia. Non-defining relative clauses always come after a comma, or between two commas, as in our example here. The information in non-defining relative clauses is extra and not essential to the meaning of the sentence. Our sentence, Cappadocia is one of the most famous places in Turkey, makes sense without the non-defining relative clause. Here's our example again. Here, the non-defining relative clause gives information about the subject of the sentence. It comes in the middle, so we need two commas. Here's another example, this time giving more information about Kayseri. Cappadocia is near Kayseri, which is the home of the Turkish dish manta. In the second example, our non-defining relative clause gives more information about the object of the sentence. It comes at the end, so we only need one comma. Here are some more examples. The restaurant where we ate last night has excellent burgers. Beethoven, who was born in Germany, wrote the Eroica Symphony. Lots of people like tacos, which are a type of Mexican food. Just like defining relative clauses, we use a number of relative pronouns and adverbs with the non-defining relative clause. Here is a table showing why we use each of them. For people, we use who or whom. For things, which. Possession or relationship, whose. Time, when. And place, where. Here are some examples of the different relative pronouns, some giving information about the subject, others information about the object. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter, is one of England's most famous writers. The Hagia Sophia is in Istanbul, which is the biggest city in Turkey. Pugsy, whose owner is on holiday, is living with me at the moment. Autumn, when the colours are changing, is my favourite season. The park, where we play football, is near my house. Here are some things to remember about non-defining relative clauses. Firstly, unlike defining relative clauses, we cannot use that. So here's a tip: don't use that after a comma. In defining relative clauses there are no commas, so that is okay. But with non-defining there is a comma, so we cannot use that. Use who or which with non-defining relative clauses. In non-defining relative clauses we must always use the relative pronoun. In defining relative clauses we can sometimes leave it out of the sentence, but in non-defining we must use it. It's the same tip. If you have a comma with your relative clause, remember to use the pronoun. In this video, we have seen how we can use non-defining relative clauses to give extra information about the subject or the object of a sentence. But we can also use them to talk about the idea of the whole sentence. And this is very common in spoken English. Here's an example. He's only 18 and has passed his master's degree, which is amazing. The relative clause here gives extra information about the whole thing, not just about the subject, him, or the object, the master's. The whole idea of the sentence, an 18-year-old guy passing a master's degree, is amazing. Here's another example. He reads a short story every day, which helps him learn vocabulary. The relative clause again gives us extra information about the whole thing, not just about the subject, him, or the object, a short story. The whole idea of the sentence, the man reading a short story every day, is the thing that helps him learn vocabulary. Now it's over to you. There's a link below the video for extra practice. Enjoy your day.